I've got the new Nomad launch, so if you want to see an eye look, hear some thoughts, watch me try out some other new makeup, then just keep watching. If you guys aren't in my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I just don't think that the Sephora and Ulta brands have the same quality and as exciting stuff as the indie brands do, especially when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. So if you like indie eyeshadow palettes, this is the place for you. Highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blubbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to try and make this a little bit more of a chatty get ready with me style video, testing new makeup, all of the things. I have a few new things that I picked up, and I also have the new palettes from Nomad. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about these quick. Nomad does travel themed makeup, and a lot of the times their palettes are based on destinations, and we have these beautiful color stories. They always have like a charity involved. Well, this past year they started a new line called Nomad Air, which was more travel size products. So we had a moisturizer, I believe we had an eye cream. There was something else, I'm totally blanking, but I had this really cute travel bag. We also had the Nomad Air Travel Palette, which is this neutral eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I did grab this. I did declutter this last year in my declutter, but I have it with me still. So pulled it out to show you guys. And now we have 3 new travel palettes. So these are adorable. Let me go ahead and show you guys the swatches and close-ups that I filmed so we can go ahead and test this out. Okay, so this says, welcome back to the golden age of flying, Nomad Air. Round the world ticket, and we've got some dates. It's so cute. It says fly away with Nomad Air and love the journey again. So these 3 palettes are all themed based on different airports. So the more green tone one is the Canadian Rockies, and the airport code is YXC. The inspiration, mountain calling, take a hike, brave the bears, and find your peak in the glorious Canadian Rockies with fresh air, pristine lakes, and moose crossings all over. Let's see what adventure awaits. That's so adorable. I love that. And then we have Nomad Abu Dhabi, and they say this is a desert oasis. From the colors of the souks and smells of the spice market to the meditative golden hour that enfolds the rising dunes and endless sands, join us as we experience the magic of Abu Dhabi. And then we have the Oslo airport, and this says the inspiration, Nordic cool, explore the capital of democratic design from its practical and stylish fashion to the functional and striking architecture as we head to the trendy and happening Oslo. I really like this concept for Nomad because a lot of people are on the go, and it's so nice to have something like this. Funny story, I actually ended up using the Abu Dhabi palette yesterday because we did family photos. So I'll insert a little video that I posted, or maybe it was a photo of me after I did my makeup with this palette. That's why it's not in pristine condition when I filmed the close-ups, because I wanted to use it for my look for family photos, and I didn't have time to like do a flat lay and stuff, which is fine because I don't really want to show every eyeshadow palette in pristine condition because that's just not my real life. I don't always have time to sit and photograph things before I film with them. So hopefully you understand, but I'm so excited to try the Canadian Rockies palette. Honestly, I was thinking of doing like a mix, maybe I still can, of these two because I haven't delved into these two, but I did have a lot of fun playing with the Abu Dhabi, so I think I could actually make this work. Let's see what I can come up with. We'll do a little palette bingo type thing, and I want to wash my brushes, so I've got like massive piles, but I thought this is so revolutionary, guys. I thought maybe if I did a little bit every day I might get there. So I'm gonna start off with the shade called Functional. I love that because I think that's really the goal with these Nomad Air collections, is to make the makeup a little bit more functional, a little bit more on the go than having like a 15, 18 pan palette to travel with. So I am not traveling anywhere anytime soon. I just went to New Orleans for creators and friends, and I honestly have no trips planned. I know some people like thrive, okay? They thrive traveling with their kids. They want to take their kids to like every continent, have them experience all this really cool, incredible stuff. And honestly, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. If we were in that tax bracket where traveling was easy, where I could fly my kids like first class, maybe I would be more into it. But we took our toddler on a trip when she was about 3 months old, and she did great. Don't get me wrong. We did not have any problems, but I'm one of those people that thinks like traveling is just parenting in a different zip code. And I just love having like my stuff that my kids need. I like having access to the stuff that they use on a day-to-day basis. So for me, when I travel, like, it is a little bit stressful, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that out loud. I'm not discouraging anyone from traveling with children. It's just my experience is all that I can share. And I feel like with social media, there's so much pressure to give your kids all of this stuff. And I would love to. Maybe someday. I definitely want to take them on more trips. It's just like, I know what I can handle, like me and my husband, and how chaotic it gets. So maybe we'll do a trip like next year, maybe when they're a little bit older. But right now I'm like just happy getting them to the park, taking them outside, like taking them on road trips. We've been on a few road trips, so I refuse to let social media peer pressure me into traveling with my kids because it's just a lot. Anyways, I have the shade Find Your Peak. It's so cute. It's like a tealy color, and I feel like these two would pair really well together. So I'm just going to put that on the inner half of my crease. But I have to tell you guys, when I was playing with that Abu Dhabi palette yesterday, I literally started so early getting ready for family photos, and I kind of felt a little bit crazy doing that. Like, I started getting ready, I think when my kids were napping. They usually go down for naps around 1 o'clock, maybe, let's say it was like closer to 2, but I knew it was going to be chaos because we've done family photos. Like, we did a maternity photo shoot for when I was pregnant with my second daughter, and I just remember it being so chaotic that day. So I knew that if I wanted to get ready and also get the girls ready, I needed to start early. So I was so lucky because my mom was able to come and just keep an eye on them while they napped so that I could come down here and just do like my makeup, have time for myself, not be rushing, which is not how my life is standardly operating, but it was so nice. So I feel like I have a few tips on, you know, what to do with setting up family photos. I know a lot of the times people are always scrambling for outfits and stuff like that, which, you know, I never realized how hard it is to plan outfit photos. I don't know if it's like this for you guys, but for me, the hardest part is figuring out what my husband's gonna wear. Because if he gets something new, he wants to wear it immediately. And then half the time he doesn't have like pants that like either fit or they just look old. So when we scheduled this photo shoot, I was already on the hunt for like what he was gonna wear, and then I based what everybody else was gonna wear based off of what we picked out for him. And then of course we wanted it to be like spring and outdoorsy. He didn't want the girls to wear like pink, and I'm like, why? Like, I want to celebrate that feminine energy, you know? So we decided to go with green, and so he wore yellow, like a yellow shirt, like khaki green pants. And then my girls, we found these really cute rompers for them at Target, so I bought them their outfits. And then I ended up wearing this dress from Abercrombie and Fitch, which I've always been nervous to order from them. So I did end up getting a dress. It's called, I think, like the Emerson dress, and it's, I think, probably like one of their most popular dresses. It's a bit of a cliche. I've seen it all over the internet, but it was so helpful because I saw somebody that was like my size try it on, and she said it was like really good. So this is me like doing you a favor. If you are a size like 12, 14, a large, extra large, I will link the dress for you if you're interested. Abercrombie knows this dress is popular. They've made it in like every variation, from like spaghetti straps, midi length, mini length. I don't think I've seen a maxi length yet, but the midi is so cute, so romantic. I don't have a picture of me in it. I don't think I'm going to get any photographs back by the time this video goes up, actually. Okay, I'm going to put on the shade called Mountain Calling. So yeah, number one tip for photographs, family photographs, is, for me at least, is pick out your husband's outfit first, because there's a lot more options, I feel like, for ladies. So I know I feel like it's a little bit unfair sometimes, but that's what we did and it worked out well. But everything beyond that point, like everything I could control, went well. The only other thing that I wish I had done better is I was trying to convince my mom to go with us, because I thought like, oh, it's so nice, because just the pictures we've done with my oldest, the photographers had to have like her favorite song playing or like something to distract her with, and she's older now, so she's more aware. So I did pack like a basket full of toys, like their favorite toys, which was a good idea. I packed a blanket, like a whole picnic thing full of like snacks and stuff like that. But I wish I had worked harder to try and convince my mom to go, because I know that just an extra pair of hands would have been so helpful, because of course the toddler just like did not want to do anything. She was kind of like really aware of the camera and it was like kind of scaring her. So then she just was a mess, like just cried. I don't know if we got, honestly, I don't know if we have one good picture. I don't know if we got any pictures as a family. We were so excited for this photo shoot because we want pictures of our younger daughter. We don't really have like any professional photos with her other than like her newborn pictures. So it was crazy. Like my husband was so like sad and I was like, it's okay, like this is life with little kids, it's gonna be okay. There will be something we can use. If we can get just a few pictures so we can put them up on the wall, I'll be happy and we'll be even more prepared next time. The other thing is we did it at an apple orchard. It was so beautiful. The apple blossoms were blooming, but I had never been to this orchard, so I didn't know. It was quite a bit of a hike to the actual trees, so I wish we had bought our wagon with us just because it would have been easier to like throw the kids in there. By the end of the shoot, like I was full of mosquito bites, I'm on my period, like I was just so hot because I had my hair down. I was just like ready to be done with that whole situation. And you know, I'm just telling the story because I feel like we always say like social media, it's a highlight reel. So true. And this was like the epitome of that statement yesterday. And then after we survive that whole situation, we are driving home and I'm like, oh honey, like I'm kind of hungry, like I haven't really eaten anything. Can we get some Jimmy John's? Which I feel like most of you would be familiar with Jimmy John's. It's like a sandwich place in most parts of the country. And so we decided to stop. And so we order our food and then my husband's like about to pay and he's like, oh, can you get my wallet out of the diaper bag? And I was like, sure. And I'm like looking for it. And I was so tired, so hangry, so over it, just like dealing with the kiddos. Sometimes it's just hard, right? Because they're not trying to be difficult because they're literally like 2 and 1. Like they don't understand. But it takes it out of anybody's soul. Like I can exercise all the patience in the world and still be frustrated at my kids. I'm not gonna yell at them, but it just happens sometimes. So anyways, my husband was looking for his wallet and he's like, oh, it's in the diaper bag. I'm like, oh, I can't find it. So like hand him the diaper bag. He's digging through it. He's like, oh my gosh, I lost my wallet. And so we had to like rush home. He like helped me get the kids inside and he's like, I'm so sorry, but I have to go look for my wallet, like I don't know. And so yeah, literally like we got home I think about 8:30 and he then had to drive back to the apple orchard, which was about 20 minutes away. And then yeah, so he ended up just like driving for over an hour. Luckily, he said right before he was about to stop looking, he found it like on the grass. And so thank goodness, because he literally, he's like, I do not have the mental capacity to like get all my cards and like do the whole thing. So I'm so glad, so thankful that he found it, because I honestly don't have the time to like help him. When our day starts, it's like I just don't even know where it's gonna go, and like it just all of a sudden it's like 5 o'clock and I'm like, great. Like, yeah, so it just flies by always when I'm home with the kids. I'm telling you, motherhood is the hardest job I've had. I've worked 2 jobs and been in college, gotten master's degrees, done, I've worked my ass off in corporate America. But for me, my personal experience, being a stay-at-home mom is the hardest job I've ever had. So anyway, the eye look is done, so that's good. I know this video is going to be different. Usually, I do a like product focus video. If it's a new launch, I'm like focusing on the launch. But I've done so many Nomad like videos, and I just feel like right now with the way YouTube is, people don't want like product dedicated videos, and I will do those once in a while when it's like a bigger palette, like I don't mind. But in this case, I was like, I have a few new things to chat about. I have this ridiculous story about family photos that I want to share with you guys, because I don't really do a lot of stuff, and so when something funny happens, I want to tell my friends about it, I used this last night and I thought it was so pretty. This is the new Say bronzer, the liquid bronzer, and I thought it was so nice. And I have it in the shade Swim, so like I ordered this as soon as it was an app exclusive, and I just really liked how my makeup looked. I'm gonna, of course, again show you guys a picture. It just looked so good, and I sealed it all up with the One Size spray, so I'm so happy I have that on hand, because I feel like my makeup did not budge, so that was good. And I was contemplating doing like a really colorful eye look, but I just thought that my dress was green, and so I wanted to kind of like highlight my dress and not really have it be about the eye look. I've definitely done like more colorful eye looks for photos, because I know that's one thing too with like family photos. You're like, what should I do? Like, should I do neutral? Should I like amp it up? And for some reason yesterday I was just feeling like a more rose gold eye, and like the dress, being the colorful focal point of my look. But I like this bronzer. It definitely has some pigment to it, a little bit of glow. I am going to go over it a little bit with the YSL bronzer that I bought for myself as like a little Mother's Day treat. This was so ridiculously pricey, but I don't know, I like felt it in store and was so soft. So I was telling my friends, I'm like, I'm that meme that says like, everything I buy this week is a Mother's Day gift to myself. That's where I was at. I am not even mad about it, but yeah. Just wanted to show you guys that Say bronzer in action, because I was just like really liking how it looked yesterday. And it was a pretty warm day, so I thought it lasted really well, but I wanted to like pack it down with some powder. So that is the bronzer. And then I don't think I have like a new blush, but I have a ton of these buttermilk blushes from NYX, so I need to try them out some more. I don't know if I mentioned in my video, but I bought mine from Ulta, and I was like, say a little freaking prayer, because we all know they're gonna be destroyed, but none of mine were broken. And I was honestly a little bit shocked, because I definitely saw a short that somebody posted saying, I guess I'm gonna do a texture unboxing on these because all of their blushes were broken, and I kind of felt sad for the person that was unboxing them. So I'm just gonna go in with this neutral shade called Feeling Butter. And I'm just gonna go all over where I usually put blush. Okay, I definitely screwed that up a little bit over here. I went into where my bronzer is, so I just need to blend a little bit, but the stuff is like really sticking to the face because I think I have that like liquid bronzer down, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. I will just roll with it. And then I got a new highlight. I bought one of the NYX Yummy Skin Lowlighter Blurring Balm powders, and I got it in the shade Low Key, which is of course like the peachy shade. Okay, I don't even know if I need any more glow, but I really like the blushes, so I wanted to try out the highlight. I wonder if I should just use my finger. I was waiting to hear the kids. It got so quiet all of a sudden. Since I stopped talking, I'm like, okay, are they napping? Okay. Not as bammy as I was thinking, which I'm not mad about because I do like a less intense highlighter. I feel like because I put on so much bronzer and blush, it's a little bit hard to see, but I will definitely keep you guys posted as I continue to try that. So that is the highlighter, and then I don't really have a new lip product, but I did buy the Way and Tower 28 collab, so I kind of want to try it because I want to smell it. This is so pretty. It's like frosted glass, and I wonder if it's just chill with the St. Bart's fragrance. Let's see. Oh, cool. It is very like suntan, tropical smelling. I'm going to line my lips quick and then I'll throw the gloss on. Okay, I wanted to throw on a little bit of color, so I used the shade Seba from What's Up Beauty. And I'm just going to use the gloss on top. I don't want to... Don't judge me. I don't want to get the applicator all dirty, so I'm just going to use my finger. And I'm just going to apply it. I believe this sold out on Sephora, but I did see that maybe it was still available on the Tower 28 website. I don't know if they're going to sell this on the Way website. I haven't looked, but if I could find it in stock, I will link it down below for you. I really love the Tower 28 lip jellies, so I'm happy to have another one. The fragrance isn't like bothersome to me, but I will say I think my nose is a little bit congested right now because of allergies, so we'll see as the day goes, but I did smell it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face, put on some earrings, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look, give you my thoughts, and hopefully, you know, I've imparted some hard lessons that I learned this week while I was taking family photos with my kids and husband. Okay, also here is the finished look. I need to figure out why the top of my head is cut off when I'm like filming. Maybe I need to sit further back. But then I'm like so far away from my table, I feel a little bit naked. Anyways, this is the finished look. You guys know I had to go green teal on the lids because I love me some color. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what is on my face today. So I'm trying a foundation out again. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow foundation. I really like the original. This one is okay. It is quite glowy, but I was like, let me just give it a little whirl. For concealer today, I did choose the Say concealer, and then I think that's pretty much it. I just used the Huda powder and stuff like that. Now, as far as everything else that's on my face, let's go ahead and talk about it. I'm still trying out the What's Up Beauty lipsticks. I wasn't like intending on featuring this in this video, but I did throw it on. This color is pretty, I will say that, and it doesn't feel as like lip balmy and like it's sitting on my lips as it did the last few times I tried them, but that might be because I did throw on a little bit of gloss, so it doesn't feel as like drying. It feels a little bit more hydrated. Still not sure about this fragrance on my lips. I was listening to Angie today on her new makeup releases, and she's like, I don't really like non-food smells on my lips. And I might have to agree with her. We'll see. We'll see. I will definitely continue to try that because I do love the lip jellies from Tower 28. And then as far as the YSL bronzer goes, I really like this. I don't know that I would say like you guys need to go spend $69 on this bronzer, or is it $65? It's $65 on this bronzer, but she is here and she is beautiful. So I'm not mad that I own that. And then the Say liquid bronzer I really like. I feel like liquid bronzers are so becoming a thing right now. I don't have a ton of them. I do have the one from Glossier. I feel like that one is a little bit more sheer than this one, but this one builds up nicely, so I'm very excited to continue trying this. I love a doe foot applicator. I just feel like it's so easy to apply. I also really like the tone of this. It's not too warm. It's not cool tone like a contour, so it's perfect for a summer bronzer. So excited to keep testing that one out. The Dennis and NYX highlighter, I definitely need to try some more. I feel like with everything I have on my face today, it's a little hard for me to see, but I feel like it definitely has like that lift from within sheen, so this seems promising so far. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. And of course the NYX blushes I am still testing out as well. They're nice. They're nice. I don't know that they're my favorite drugstore blush formula, but I'm not mad that I own them. And now let's go ahead and talk about the Nomad Air Palettes. So like I said, I did wear Abu Dhabi yesterday. It was fine. The cool tone palette isn't too terrible for me. I know that sounds awful, but you guys know I'm not a cool tone girl. So I like that they made all of these like 6 pans so you can just like grab and go. And of course, like mini palettes, monochromatic mini palettes are not revolutionary by any means, but I get that they wanted to make these. I think it makes sense for their line. And I mean, you can only do so many like 15, 18, 20 pan palettes before like customers get a little bit like over it. So I think this is a fun way to like break things up. And I'm really excited to see where they can take this Nomad Air concept, because I think it's a really cool concept. So hopefully we'll see a lot more travel makeup items from them. I would love like a travel essentials kit. I know that sounds so silly, but like anytime I'm rushing to pack, it's just like mind numbing to try and find little travel size things, because your bags are always overweight. So I feel like a good way for me to reduce the weight is to have travel size products. So I don't know, that's just me. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my very rambly mom chat slash testing new makeup slash get ready with me video. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye for now.